September 4th, 2025, approximately 8:20 a.m. on that eastern side, but we done flipped them poles, so it might be western. I don't know. I'm Damika. It's hashtag Lost Souls Tarot time. Portals to Truth. I'm your top Life Force generator, and I'm the CEO of Life Force Gen Z LLC, and we about to pull out these community helpers. Now, y'all know I got part 1, part 2, and part 3. It's about to be a part 4. But now when I pull the community helpers out, I pull out the whole stack, right? I bring out the whole stack. Let me show y'all my 500 grand baby. Look at them stacks. Stacks on deck, 500 grand right here. This 500,000 right here. See, whatever craft that you're into, which you should have many crafts. You shouldn't just be stuck down to one, right? But whatever craft you're going through or whatever you're having to share with the world, it's best that you're still going to be able to use this craft if this internet and shit shut down, right? When it does. Because you want to be able to use your craft in order to heal, to bring light, truth, right? Meditate, to be a mediator, right? Because it's finna go down. It's finna go down, okay? It's already going down in the community. Okay. Especially the DMV. So let's go ahead and pull some community helpers out. Okay. And see how they've been helping us in the community, right? Because what is good or bad? We're just bringing light to what's going on in our environment. And then we let the universe perceive what is good or bad. I'm learning that myself. It took a long time for me to learn that. It took a long time for me to learn that. The hell, it took a long time for me to learn that I'm not physical. I'm not this human avatar, human being. I am a god, an earth angel, and so are you. If you believe it. All right, so let's get into these doggone community helpers out here in the community. Who's helping us? I'm in the basement and I'm scared. He works for the post office. That came out before, okay? That came out before. I'm in the basement and I'm scared. He works for the post office, okay? Somebody called CPS, or someone needs to call CPS, okay? Child Protective Services. Love for God and all human beings. CPS is supposed to represent a love for God and all human beings. They're supposed to show affection and positive responses. They're supposed to be non-invasive, protect all children of the land. Mediators to stabilize families. 2 major schools, okay? Meditation and contemplation. Not involved in human trafficking. That's what CPS is supposed to represent. I'm in the basement and I'm scared. He works for the post office. Okay, CPS is called. CPS is called. Yep, CPS has been called, okay? Visionaries define art house cinema. Visionaries define art house cinema, okay? Now they live in poverty. Visionaries that define art house cinema. Now you live in poverty. He works for the post office. We've been getting a lot of pulls on someone that works for the post office. Could be someone's landlord that has been holding mail, okay, and could be involved with this whole fraud claim, okay. So we're going to portal number 5. Hurt is here. Now they live in poverty and they hurt. Well, they learning lessons of vulnerability and empathy. It is a reminder of inherent fragility as humans. Acknowledge and accept, learn and let go. All right, portal number 6. Minions, okay? Now they live in poverty, they hurt. Your minions called CPS. They are faithful, minions are faithful followers, support and fulfill divine purposes. They serve others. They are the backbone to the mission. They're submissive to divine missions. They are devoted and loyal, but they have been steered in the wrong direction. They call CPS. Good for you, minions. They're hurt. Now they have to go through a lesson of vulnerability and empathy as well, because you should have known better, minions, if you were following someone karmic. Despite the illusions that were in front of you, you should have felt it. 4, 6, portal number 7. Some of you minions knew of their mission. Blonde hair, red lipstick, doctor, and a black van. Damn. Blonde hair, red lipstick, a doctor, and a black van. Now they live in poverty. Got a nerve to be hurt. That's why they call CPS on y'all. I'm in the basement and I'm scared. He works for the post office. I rule over all Pisces. Neptune. Neptune is in the building. Neptune is in the building. Blonde hair, red lipstick, doctor, black van. I rule over all Pisces. This blonde hair, red lipstick could be a Pisces. Could have been working with the Pisces in the Neptune type of frequency. Okay. Check the prints again. They changed their names. Check the prints again. This is portal number 9, by the way. Check the prints again. They changed their names. Okay. That was portal number 9. They've changed their names. This to my alphabet boys out there who is on a righteous divine mission, right? And we're exposing all the corrupt, right? It shouldn't have went far at all, but it shouldn't have went this far. Portal number 10. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's evil. Yes, it's planned. Yes, divine justice. Okay. So check the prints again. They changed their names, all right? You are the equator. You are the equator. You're the balance. You're the equilibrium, okay? You're half between north and south poles, okay? My aunt. Portal number 12, talk to us. These names could be heavily involved. Shawnte, Cynthia, Amy, Joshua, Dominique, Kenneth. Then we got portal number 13. Healer and Protector. Okay. Healer and Protector came out last. Okay. Under this call of judgment for the community helpers. Okay. And a healer and protector was affected by this community of minions, visionaries, blonde hair with red lipstick. Okay. He works for the post office is involved. CPS is involved. A lot of hurt, right? Now they live in poverty because the equator is here. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's evil. Yes, it's planned. But yes, divine justice, right? Check the prints again. They changed their names. Okay? A healer and a protector is here to tell you that Joshua, Dominique, Kenneth, Shawnte, Cynthia, and Amy may be involved or may be harmed. Neptune wants us to know that they rule over all Pisces. Okay? We're at 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Let me see who I want to pull out of here to pull on, okay? Check the prints again. They changed their names. Let's pull on the healer and the protector. Let's pull on the minions. Let's pull on check the prints again. They changed their names. Okay? We're going to pull on those 3 here of the community helpers. Okay? I kind of want to pull on called CPS too to see what kind of zodiacs or family members could be involved with CPS and the minions, and the healer and the protector. Okay? Check the prints again. They changed their names. We're going to pull some zodiacs out for that as well. Yep. So let's get into zodiacs. Let's get into the zodiacs of let's get into the zodiac of the minions first. Minions. Okay, zodiac of the minions. 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Okay, minions, the first zodiac. A deer, a Gemini, okay, a Gemini, okay, a Gemini, a minion. Faithful follower, support and fulfill divine purpose, serving others, backbones to the mission, submissive to divine mission, devoted. Okay, we got a Gemini out there. We got fire sign out here, Leo, Aries, and Sag, okay? Focus on your energy, your passion, and your transformation. Keep being creative and loyal and self-aware. Take those adventures and remember that you are temperamental, but you're stable. And you are immense in energy, okay? Healer and protector. Give me some zodiacs. 2 zodiacs for this healer and protector, please. 2 zodiacs for the healer and the protector. Zodiacs, planes, or star systems. We got Aquarius, okay? The healer and protector could be Aquarius, okay? Or the Aquarius could be affecting the healer and the protector. Remember, use your uniqueness, your self-expression, and unconventional thinking. January 20th through February 18th could be relevant. One more for the healer and the protector. Capricorn, okay? We got a Capricorn out here. Snow Goose, December 22nd through January 19th. All right, call CPS. Called CPS. And check the prints again. Let's pull some family out on this, okay? Let's pull some family out on this. On the call CPS. Let's pull some family out on the call CPS, okay? What's going on with that? Call CPS. And then we'll do emotions and entities with the call CPS. We're at 13 minutes and 30 seconds. Call CPS. Protect all children of the land. Child Protector Services. Mediators to stabilize families. Mediation and contemplation. All right, what's going on? What family members either called CPS or had CPS called on them? All right. What is that? What's the first one? We got a Karmic Son, okay? A Karmic Son called CPS, or you may have called CPS on this Karmic Son. A male descendant, no healing power. Narcissist, follows the crowd, believes in illusions. Sneaky, manipulative, no contact with divine. Karmic Son. Can I get a zodiac for this Karmic Son? Where's my zodiac? Let's get a zodiac out for this Karmic Son, please. Is this? Yes, this is. Can I get a zodiac plane or a star system out for this Karmic Son? What we got? Karmic Son is in the spirit of the South, okay? He is passionate about this CPS call, affecting your creativity and your abundance, okay? He wanted to affect the direction of transformation and vitality, the guidance from the universe. He wanted to affect your positivity and your warmth. He wanted to affect you being grateful, like your gratitude. Give me another zodiac plane or star system for this karmic sun. Disseminating Moon. He wanted to affect you finishing your project. Keep pushing. Pisces. Maybe a Pisces. Okay. A Pisces could have called CPS as well. They wanted to affect your spirituality, your empath. You're an empath, and they wanted to fuck with your intuition. Okay. Okay, called CPS. Call CPS. We got the karmic sun out here. Did anyone else in the family call CPS or have CPS called on them? I'm not taking that because I was forcing that. Damn, your grandma on mom's side, okay? Your grandma on your mom's side could have either called CPS, or you could have called the CPS on the grandma on your mom's side. Shit. Like that. Okay. Grandma on mom's side. Let's get, what we got? 3 zodiacs. Let's pull some zodiacs out for grandma on mom's side. If we get a zodiac first, that's awesome. If we get a plane or a star system, that's even more amazing. Ooh, we got the sun that came out. All right, we got the sun. Okay, the sun came out. Your grandma on mom's side called CPS, or could have called CPS, or you could have called CPS on your grandma on mom's side. Because of identity, vitality, the attunement with the higher self, your core self. This grandma could have been noticing that they were affecting the atonement with your higher self, right? Your identity. Or this grandma could have been fucking with your core self, your identity, right? Your symbolization of atonement with the higher self. Okay. So now, last quarter moon. And this could have happened around the last quarter moon, preparing for new projects or hobbies. Focus on the last quarter moon. Okay? Focus on these moons for your new projects, your new hobbies. Fuck these karmics trying to come in and out and siphon off your energy. Keep fucking pushing. Spring equinox, okay? Around March 21st, it was a celestial event. Perfect equilibrium between light and darkness, okay? Divine opportunity for reinvention. It was the balance and harmony, eternal cycle of rebirth and renewal inherent in all life. Pluto. Transformation, death, and rebirth. This grandma could be telling you that, all right, you went through your Pluto energy, okay? You were in the energy of Pluto where you had to be transformed, you had to die, and now you went through rebirth. Okay? And that's what's happening, why CPS has been called. Okay? And then we got some zodiacs out here. We got the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius representing the good old fire. Fire, ya. Okay? Okay. Call CPS. Okay. Let's get some emotions. We're at 19 minutes. Let's get some emotions and entities out for called CPS. And see what the heck going on with that. Okay, let's see what's going on with this real quick. Check the prints again. They changed their names. Check the prints again. They changed their names. Check the fingerprints. Check all prints. All right? Of known places of where they work, where they don't work, businesses that they own, that they don't own. All right, they sloppy out there. They real sloppy out there. All right, while they digging in trash trying to get other people DNA, they forgetting that they left theirs. Okay, check the prints again. Thank you. All right, so we got some emotions and entities we want to work through, right? We want to figure out what happened with the call CPS, right? What happened with that? Usually I call them on myself. I don't give these y'all jokers the time or the day to try to call them on me. Preventative services, right? They created these bills out here, so I call, if I got a child, I'm gonna call goddamn child protective services because I can't afford to pay these bills. Right? They're fictitious bills. 9 times out of 10, your utility companies have already been prepaid. And us residents are actually paying extra fucking money for a war that y'all don't know nothing about. All these deep underground military bunker systems, all that shit, CERN, all that shit, paid for by your tax dollars. I'm just saying, emotions and entities for the called CPS, please. Emotions and entities for the called CPS. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get all this out. Ooh, I got cards everywhere, but I got them stacked a certain way so I can know which goes with which. You know, when you're making these cards, you don't realize maybe I should have did them color coded to know which deck is which. But no, that's not how it goes. These portals are portals, baby. All right, so what's that bottom portal for? They call CPS. What it say, y'all? They call CPS, but they have no authority over you. Okay? And neither does these karmics. You are an example of freedom from external control or influence. No oppressive forces, rejection or false teaching, freedom from human authority, no evil spirits. There's confusion here. They call CPS, they have no authority over you. Maybe they try to call CPS on you, and they have no authority over you, right? There's confusion here. They try to destroy and separate. Controversy and strife destroys God's truth. Go to your spirit guides, meditate, ground, and cleanse, okay? Criticism. They criticize your parents, okay? If you're going to criticize anyone, criticize the pair of people that rented you out. All right, the hummingbird is here. The hummingbird is here. All right, be independent, be resilient, enjoy life, embrace joy, be swift, travel far. The hummingbird reminds you to be more present by lifting up negativity through playfulness. Man, that shit is hard. When you've been beaten up so much spiritually, it take a little while to regain yourself back. If you even knew who you were, and you're turning into this whole new transition of yourself, right? That not only can others cannot recognize, but sometimes you're not going to be able to recognize it, right? Dang, I know I ain't got nothing in my nose, dude. That thing itching. All right, so we got a hummingbird. 1, 2, 3, 4 emotions and entities out. Hummingbird was the last one. Call CPS, Karmic Son, your grandma on your mom's side. All right, we also sending out a bat. Transition now. All right, you're highly sensitive, extremely aware, and easily adapt. You can easily adapt, and you're very nurturing. The bat is saying, I am the omen of change. I need you to pay attention and allow change to happen to the chaos around you. Damn. Okay. I took that one very personal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 24 minutes and 15 seconds. We'll do 6 for this is the last one for emotions and entities. You are the life force energy. You sustain all life. You are the chi, the prana. You are an example of holistic health practices. You promote overall health. You are energy that flows through. You are vitality. Amazing you. Let me get some emotions and entities out for this. Check the prints again. They changed their names, please. Check the prints again. They changed their names. Yes. Yes, indeed. This is supposed to go with yes, no, maybe. But yes, they changed their names. Yes, they did. Check them damn fingerprints again. They probably scraped them off and done glue somebody else's fingerprints on their shit. So they want to attach to somebody so bad. Check the prints again. They changed your name. You dancing with the devil and he took the lead. Okay? That's the first one that came out. Check the prints again. They changed their names. You dancing with the devil. He took the lead. Sandstorms are here. All right? North Africa, Middle Eastern, Central Asia, China. All right? Neglect, dust, poor management. It increases diseases. Okay? Sahara Desert. It's a follow system. Particles, prolonged drought, and poor farming. A lot of deep underground military bunker systems be under these sand, these deserted places. There's a dog here. All right. Dogs are very protective and loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. That's what the dog said. These hoes ain't loyal. Protection is needed because they are so untrustworthy. I grant you unconditional love. Persevere. I'm a descendant of coyotes and wolves. And I am your sign of loyalty when there's disloyalty. Okay? Even if you don't see a dog today, here you go. Number 3, we're at 26 minutes and 38. Back off. All right? Back the fuck off. The collective. Back off. All right? Check the prints again. They changed their names. They want us to back off. Fuck you. No. It is an invitation to introspection. Acknowledge aspects of life that cause unrest or discontentment. We gain wisdom when we don't back the fuck off. Uncover hidden messages when we don't back off. Okay, go check them prints again. They changed their names. Rabbit, go down that damn rabbit hole. There's a rabbit here. All right, there's timid nature around. Fertility and creativity is happening. Luck is here. Abundance is here. Be clever. Don't have any fear or anxiety, okay? Surrender your threats and surrender your negative thoughts. It's okay to be social. That was for me. Oh, man, I don't want to go back out that thing. I don't want to go back out that thing. I'm here to encourage you to be mindful of fears and push through. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Let's get 6 out here. Lightning strikes are here. Lightning strikes are here. Nature evokes a sense of mystery and power. Voice of the divine. Sudden revelations. Masculine energy. Drastic change in life direction. Okay? Inner power and strength. We about to have a thunderstorm tonight in the DMV area. So we're going to see some lightning. Y'all going to see how we get down. Cacao out this thing. I don't want to hear nobody talking. Y'all better cut them damn lights off and shut the fuck up like your parents and your grandmama and them told you to do. Respect the lightning storms, right? Meditate during that time, right? Meditate. Think about how we fucking these karmics up during that time. If you ain't scared, look at the lightning, right? Pay homage to it. You are the lightning. You are the electricity. You are the force. Okay. We also had a healer and a protector out here and some minions. But I think I'm going to leave this right here. Yeah, we're at 29 minutes and 10 seconds. So I release all these energies back into the wild. Come back later on. This brings me joy, right? This brings me happiness. This brings me joy. I don't give a fuck how many videos I upload. This brings me joy. This brings me happiness. These are my portals to truth, right? These my $1 billion babies. Yeah. So later on, we're going to do some celebrities. We're going to pull some celebrities out, and then we'll work on USA, Under Judgment, and beyond. We rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that I am connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck you sent my way. And then it's sent back to its source because I am sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that I may have agreed to while I was being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut and ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions. Consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously. Knowingly and unknowingly, I am sovereign. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Say that in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation your dream or your vision come alive. Peace, light, and darkness.